Welcome back to the Parkinson's Disease Education Podcast. We are going to be talking about something really interesting for persons with Parkinson's disease, and that's a wearable device called BeechBand. What is it? How does it work? And what do people with Parkinson's actually say about it? Let's dive in and cue the intro. Welcome to the Parkinson's Disease Education Show, where we demystify the disease and empower you as the person with Parkinson's disease to reach your true potential. The content contained on this show is for informational purposes only and is not meant to be a replacement for information or advice that you receive from your in-person medical or therapy professionals. If you haven't already, I hope you'll consider subscribing, and for an even more personalized experience, please ask us about our memberships. Now, without further ado, let's start the show. So first of all, the obvious question is, what is BeechBand? BeechBand was invented by a gentleman with young onset Parkinson's disease from the UK named Carl Beech. He noticed that rhythmic tapping actually seemed to help him with his own speech and movement. So he thought, what if we create a wearable device for other people with Parkinson's to use that could do this for others too and provide that tactile feedback and that input to the nervous system that may help some of the symptoms of Parkinson's. So essentially that's what it is. It's a wrist-worn wearable device, and it just delivers gentle rhythmic vibrations, basically like a subtle tapping on the skin. The next question would be, does it work? And also, if it does, how does it work? Essentially, that rhythmic vibration is a sensory cue. And so it's thought that that sensory cue and other sensory cues we know in Parkinson's can be helpful. So for example, a metronome like beat, so sound, music, and rhythms can sometimes help with things like speech, movement, gait, and focus. But essentially the idea is that the BeechBand with that tactile cueing may help the brain to regulate these motor tasks more smoothly, and other individuals have also noted that it helps to calm them down. Something that's important to note about BeechBand is that it's not touted to be a medical treatment or a cure. It is marketed, at least currently, as a wellness device that some people may find helpful in managing Parkinson's symptoms. Now that we've said that, let's talk about a few key features of the BeechBand, and then we'll go into a little bit more of the science. So first of all, it's worn like a wristband, so it's pretty convenient, easy to put on and use. It doesn't need any kind of an app because there's nothing to really track. So the setup and use is easy. There's no extra tech or setup required. And that being the case, you could just wear it throughout the day as part of your normal routine. One thing that's great about BeechBand and the company that Carl Beech has founded is that they do donate part of their profits to charities dedicated to Parkinson's research. So in a way, supporting this company is a way to support the Parkinson's community as a whole. In addition, BeechBand is also partnered with Parkinson's UK in looking into researching BeechBand directly and some of the benefits that come with it, as well as other treatments that are up and coming. So here's the thing, again, we have to go back to the question, does it work? So this is what people that are using BeechBand are saying. So I mentioned this in the What's Next Wednesday preview to this topic. Feedback has really varied on the benefits and effectiveness of BeechBand. Here's the breakdown. On the positive side, some people have reported feeling more relaxed or calmed with the vibrations. They noticed improvements in speech fluency, as well as better movement rhythm or walking cues. On the flip side, some people report little to no noticeable benefit whatsoever. Also, the buzzing sounds tend to be annoying, or they have to recharge the device maybe too often for their liking. And also the effects are more subtle and may not be immediately apparent, so it may take time to even notice any positive benefit in some people. Obviously, everyone's experience is different. Everyone with Parkinson's is a little bit different from each other, but many users have found the sensory cueing helpful for focus and rhythm, especially during those everyday tasks that we all have to do. So as I promised, we're going to go into briefly the science behind this. At this point, there are no large-scale clinical trials showing that BeechBand is effective as a medical therapy for Parkinson's. What does exist today is mainly and primarily anecdotal reports, which isn't science. Not that it isn't worth anything, but it is definitely based on pure feedback at this point. There is ongoing exploration by the Parkinson's community. As I mentioned, Parkinson's UK, which is basically the Parkinson's Foundation for the United Kingdom, like the official one. they are partnering with BeechBand on researching it further. So we could see more research down the road. And that includes the support from organizations to study the device more formally, which at this point has not been done yet. It is promising in that sense, but it's just not scientifically proven as a treatment one way or the other at this point. So should you try it as a person with Parkinson's? If you or someone you care about has Parkinson's and you're curious about BeechBand, it could be something worth exploring. But just remember the caveat that it's not a replacement for medication or any kind of other professional therapy, particularly physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. Those are still things that are going to be valuable and, by the way, have been research proven to make changes in the brain. Results also vary person to person, and it's always important to talk to your physician or care team considering new devices or aids. This would probably be something that's non-invasive. It's not really a huge deal, but it is something at least worth mentioning to your physician. If they brush it off, maybe they will, maybe they won't. Certainly doesn't hurt to loop in your care team on considering new or unproven devices. So that's about it for the Beech Band. I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much for being here. If you found this helpful, please give the episode a thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. Please subscribe for more Parkinson's tools, tips, and topics. It's free to subscribe, and I put this content out at no cost. And anything that you do to help the channel grow also helps the Parkinson's community and also helps to support the channel. Drop a comment below and let me know if you've tried the Beech Band and have questions we can cover in future videos, but let me know what your experience has been primarily. I'm curious to find out if it's helped you, if it hasn't. And there's honestly already been a little bit of feedback on that based on the live video I did a few days ago. But I'd like to hear from you here as well. Also, importantly, let me know if you'd like me to invite Carl Beech to the podcast for interview, because I'd be very interested in talking with him specifically. And if you have questions for him, I would love to ask those on your behalf as well. So let me know about that in the comments as well. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. This has been the Parkinson's Disease Education Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Michael Hyland, physical therapist. It's been a pleasure having you on board, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Be empowered.